Length of tuple, number 5. Given a tuple, you need to create a generic length. Pick the length of the tuple. All right. Oh, I see. Yep. So the idea here is this is kind of like tuple challenges, not type challenges. I don't have to deal with tuples that much in like open source land, so I'm kind of intrigued that there's a lot here. So yeah, given these tuples, and you know they're tuples because they got as const, we need to extract the length of them. So the length here would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And those are done there. We expect an error here and an error here because these are not tuples. So we can fix that right away by adding a constraint here. So ttuple extends read-only any, I think. Yeah, so those things are going to error properly now, which is good. And now there's like a crazy thing you can do here. It's really crazy. Which is, and it's totally unexpected, and it totally feels like it couldn't be supported like this. Like, you might be thinking, you know, given that we did like the sort of infer stuff last time, it might be some sort of tail recursive thing where you just go sort of like boom, 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 and then extract the type in an accumulator. No, it's easier than that. We're going to look at that complicated stuff later, I think. But this, the fact that this works is just nuts, and it means it's going to be a relatively short video. Ttuple length. What? How is that? How can that possibly work? Well, if we take type Tesla tuple, which is going to be type of Tesla below, then here we get the thing working, right? We've got Tesla tuple here. It's like giving us the same inference as if we hovered over it. We can do this same thing here. So it gives us like autocomplete on all of the pieces here. So we can grab like last index of, keys, index of, blah, 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 blah for each, and get that all working. So like values here, then it gives us this iterable, blah, 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 blah. But the thing we're really interested in is length. So the length here is not number, it's 4, because it knows the length of the tuple because it knows all of the members. If we were to do this instead, this would then change into being a number because it's no longer a kind of set length tuple, like you can push to it, you can unshift, you can pop, and suddenly it's just number. It could be anything. So this is crazy that this works, and it enables a bunch of like really crazy degenerate stuff down the line where you can use tuples to represent numbers and kind of add and subtract or multiply. Maybe can't multiply, I'm not sure. But like Anurag Hazra on Twitter has done some crazy, crazy stuff with this. And in fact, I think I looked at this on one of the streams that I've got on YouTube. So yeah, that's it, baby. Just ttuple length. I wonder if this is going to fail in some sense. Yeah, because this is read-only and it's expecting read-only on here. And of course, if we didn't have this constraint here, then length wouldn't be accessible because it can't be used to index type ttuple. Because ttuple, when you don't have a constraint on your generic is assumed to be of type unknown. That's kind of how it treats it here. We would have to do like a ttuple extends any array and then get it. So we'd have to do some sort of conditional thing here, which is just not something we want to do. And it means actually that we don't pass all the cases, because we want it to error at the point at which you pass this stuff in. So if I go back to what I had before, and if I undo these errors, then this is telling me that number does not satisfy the constraint, blah, 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 blah. Which is really good because it means that you can kind of define the entry points to your type helpers and define exactly the shape that things should be. And it makes this check a lot easier. So yeah, there we go. Pretty insane. I'm still sort of like confused that this works, but it's amazing that it does. So thank you so much for this. I'll see you in the next one. I'm not even sure what we're doing in the next one. This is, yeah, pretty tuple heavy. Ttuple length is kind of only used for really degenerate stuff, so I'm kind of surprised it's here, but I guess it is relatively easy when you know how to do it. So you can do this, by the way, by looking in the description below, and I'll see you in the next one.